Death Ray. Welcome, my name is Scott Aukerman. This is our special bonus best of episode. This is the end of the year. We didn't have an episode in the 2 weeks whereupon Christmas and New Year's Day fell on the Friday I normally do the show, so we thought we'd do a nice little best of, counting down, top 10 style, just like Kasem, just like Rick Dees, just like Seacrest Inn would do. We're counting down our top 10, as voted by you, our top 10 best moments of the show. Basically what happened is people wrote to me on my Twitter, @Scott Aukerman, and they voted for what they liked best on the show. I myself did not get a lot of votes. I will not be represented on this show, but you will hear me all through it. I got a couple. I got a few. I liked how one woman voted for best host, Paul F. Tompkins. Yes, that was, you know who you are. But we'll be counting down the top 10 best moments. If you all voted, you have a stake in it. Number 4 on the countdown, this is Tom Lennon from Reno 911. Dropped by the studio one day and sort of just got inspired. We'd never talked about it, but just started doing a very divisive character. Many of you love him, and he's your favorite thing, and in fact, you all voted for him to be number 4, but every day I get someone writing to me saying I couldn't listen to that episode.
This is a character?
Maybe I should not have,
I kept waiting for Tom Lennon to show up on this episode. I had no idea.
Oh, he shows up at the very, very end. Yes, Huell.
You're gonna play something that some people liked, but some people didn't like.
But enough people liked it that it's number 4 on the countdown.
Tip the scale.
So I would say if you did not like it, take another listen to this little snippet. Maybe you can't hear an entire hour with it, but take a listen to this snippet or fast forward.
It's going to be hard for me to listen because I feel like I'm disappointed. Like when I found out Chris Gaines was Garth Brooks.
Oh, what a day
Wait
that was!
a minute,
You called me at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
You know Chris Gaines and Garth Brooks.
I don't know who Garth Brooks is. I'm a big fan of Chris Gaines.
It's strange that's the one thing that you know, Huell.
I know a few things.
And you don't know enough about him to know that he's Garth Brooks.
Well, listen, I don't know why you're hoisting me up on a petard here, but all I'm saying is I got some reference points. I put my boots on one shoe at a time.
Huell, do me a favor. List in any particular order, doesn't matter. List everything that you know.
Let's hear it.
All right. In no particular order.
The order. Don't get hung up on the order.
Because that will just give you a block. Just like free association, spit out things that you know.
I know that people answer questions if you put a microphone in their face.
Right, okay, great. That's a great place to start.
I know that Luis is my cameraman.
Okay, sure. Basics.
I know that I am in California.
Right.
I am aware that I am in California and that I am finding out what it is.
Sure.
As I keep finding.
You know what gold is, right?
No, I didn't know.
Why are you searching for it so hard?
Well, I know that people say that gold is valuable, so I'm searching to find out what it is.
You know the concept of valuable, then. You know that things have values and are worth more.
No, I just know that people like things that are valuable.
Oh, so you know that people like things.
I know that people like things and people do things and that things are fascinating.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
Oh, and Chris Gaines.
I'm a big fan of Chris Gaines.
We'll talk a little bit about Chris Gaines during our next clip. This is Tom Lennon with Little Gary, number 4 on the countdown. Comedy Definitely.
Number 4.
Okay, so...
Straight from Hanoi, it's Comedy Definitely Radio. Brought to you by Scott Aukerman.
We have a new voiceover guy. He's not exactly working out.
I'm sorry, I can't read what's on this piece of paper in front of me.
Now, you can't even pronounce piece of paper correctly. How did you get this job?
Scott, look, here's the thing. I'm doing the best I can. When you hire me to be your voiceover guy, you get what you pay for. Okay, let me some of my attributes as a voiceover guy for you.
Okay, yeah, please listen.
1, joie de vivre.
The most important one would say.
I bring to Comedy Definitely Radio so much joie de vivre.
How can one quantify how much joie de vivre you bring?
Well, look at my shirt. This is 5.
You have a joie de vivre meter on your shirt.
Yes, it's up to 5 right now.
How do you make your shirt change like that?
It's you hit sensor.
Wait, sensor.
Yeah.
Like a heat sensor.
Do you feel like me being the voiceover guy's not working out, Scott? Yeah, there's somebody in my car.
Wait, who's in the cut?
I don't know. Who's that black guy?
We're going to play Who's That Black Guy a little later on the show.
I love that game.
That's a great game.
Okay.
Del Close started.
Yes. Who's that black guy? It's Del Close's game.
I'll be honest, it's pretty easy.
Yeah.
You just asked for an easy game.
Well, most times it's Shaq.
Oh, yeah, the answer is usually Shaq.
More of the time. Did you ever... Scott Aukerman, would you ever... For Figuring Avenue. Almost a pound of dip, right?
Would you rather have sandpaper for skin or have regular human skin and just buy sandpaper at the store when you need it?
Yeah, I think it'd probably be pretty good, because like, see you fall out of a tree. What if you're falling out of a tree and then it smooths the way down?
Okay, is that a question?
Yeah.
It smooths the way down when you fall out
Through
of
the air?
Yeah.
Smooths the bark?
Are you saying that you fall down the trunk of the
I
tree?
did, for every time I fell out of a tree, I thought it went out a couple times, thought, man, I wish I had sandpaper in the skins.
I have to call bullshit on that. I don't think you thought that ever.
I thought every time I fell out of the tree.
Every time you've thought the very specific question that this person asked us, you wished you had sandpaper for skin.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so was that a question? Can you form that? Okay, that was not a question. All right, we're
I agree with the mates.
we're just about to close the floor for questions. I'm just about to. Anyone have any others? Okay, floor is closed.
Yes. We're inside your mouth, sandpaper too.
Is it inside your mouth? Great question.
Is it inside your mouth also?
It is. Your tongue is very sandpapery, much like a dog.
But not sandpaper.
No.
Okay.
Lil Gary, what is your vote?
Absolutely. Give me the sandpaper hand.
Sandpaper for skin.
Yeah.
Matt Brunk.
I'm going to just stick with buying it at the store.
Buying it at the store.
Can't let go of my emotions.
I'm gonna go sandpaper for skin.
Sandpaper for
I'm gonna go
skin.
sandpaper.
Why is that, Walsh?
I think it'd just be interesting, and I like the durability because I cut myself a lot and I get bruises a lot. I think you would save some pain.
What would your wife think about it?
You know what? She'd have to get sandpaper skin.
Oh, that is not possible.
Can I pitch an idea?
Wait, yes.
Get remarried to a very rough picnic table.
A rough picnic table.
Yeah. Again, it'd be like, hey,
Or
what's
any
up?
unfinished
And
piece
then
of
it's like,
wood.
you scratching my eyeballs? I'm on your picnic table. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Number 4.
Little Gary on the countdown, number 4. We welcome back the people who have fast forwarded through it. And
Y'all don't know what you're missing. Go back and listen.
Go back and listen. It's so funny.
You only cheat yourself.
That was number 4.
Number 4 on the countdown.
But then before that, it was number 5. Why is it?
We're counting down. That is the very nature of a countdown, is to start at a high number and go down to a low.
Let me ask you a question. Huell, how many numbers do you know?
Yeah, man. Frank F. The phone box is on. From way downtown, I'm from to my United, Mr. Myers. We're coming just that way. You come here now from downtown, Frank. Every Friday, independent, 1,000 AM, the independent station owned by you. Man. Hey, how did you go with you, Scott? Margaret. God, I try to get there.
Is it over, Little Gary? You got it?
Yeah, can you tell when it's over?
Oh, can I tell when it's over?
Yeah, you can.
That is,
The impersonation, Scott Aukerman.
that is an unconventional start to the show, but it's what the start will be from now on, because I'm happy.
I have it all written out.
Yes, you do. I'm happy to announce that my sidekick, Little Gary, is finally back.
I'm back and I was crazy better than ever, but I'm not.
That's true.
I'm not better than ever. not feeling very well.
Well, now, little Gary, let me just set the table a little bit. By the way, this is Comedy Death Ray, Indy 1031.
I said all right.
I know you said all that, but I just want to reiterate, my name is Scott Aukerman, not Mott Aukerman, just to give you one little note. I hate to give... Oh, it's in the script?
Yeah.
The script that I gave you?
Yeah, look. Oh, no, it's not.
Okay. A little background. Okay. What happened was...
I have my bad tattooed on my neck.
A few months ago, we brought Little Gary on. I hired Little Gary as our new DJ.
Work release.
VO radio.
Work release.
It was part of a work release program. Thank you. Yeah. If you feel something is important, by all means, just shout it out, and I'll try to address it. It was part of a work release program. I felt charitable one day. I heard this guy had radio chops. Where did you used to work before you came over?
I used to work at, it wasn't like a radio, it's not technically a radio station.
Not technically a radio station.
Yeah, I was working in a gentleman's van.
A gentleman's van?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Little Gary worked at...
Well, I mean, it's industry. It's an industry job.
I guess. I don't know what industry you're talking about when you say you work for a gentleman's van, but...
Not in.
Oh, a gentleman's inn?
Not for, in.
Oh, you worked in a gentleman's van?
Yeah.
You didn't work at a gentleman's inn. You worked for a gentleman's van.
I don't know how much more clear I can make it.
Okay, please, try to make it a little more clear. Just at least 10% clear.
A gentleman's van.
Okay, you worked in a gentleman's van.
Yes.
And I did not know that. I thought you had radio experience, so I...
I had radio, obviously. It's not some poor person's van.
Oh, wait a minute. You're saying that you adjusted the dials in...
Yeah, this guy had that kind of bread.
He had a radio.
Yeah. But he didn't want to touch it. He had OCD.
So, yeah. Okay, so a gentleman...
I used to just touch stuff for this guy with the OCD.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, he didn't want to touch anything ever.
Okay, so he did not want to touch things, so he hired you to drive around in his van, and
Oh, way more than that.
Oh, okay, well, maybe we'll get to a little more of that a little later.
When you touch things for someone else for a living, you really get to know them.
I would love to hear more about this gentleman. Maybe, was it a famous person? Can we talk about that?
No. Andy did.
Oh, yeah, that qualifies as not as a famous person. So, Little Gary, I thought that you had radio experience, but when you said that, you just meant that you would drive around in Andy Dick's van and touch the radio for him.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, I hired you to be my my sidekick. The guy who would do all my intros. Sidekick. And...
Cross that out.
Yeah, that's also not in the script I gave you. But you came on a couple of months ago. You had. Let's be honest. You had a very divisive debut. Number 4. Yes, you hit number 4.
Yeah.
Wouldn't hit number 1 if you hadn't had so many votes against you.
Why you be?
That's true. So.
Scott, I thought Precious.
Oh, based on a book by Sapphire?
I don't know.
A novel push.
I thought so, man.
What do you think of Precious?
Oh my God, it's like looking in the mirror. It's like a fly on the wall when I was a grown-up.
When you were a grown-up?
Yeah.
Wait, so you related to the Monique part? Okay. So, anyway, we had him on, and then the goal was that Little Gary would be my regular sidekick.
Yeah.
Almost immediately, he fell ill.
Yeah. I didn't fall ill, Scott. I got hurt at a rodeo.
You got hurt at a rodeo.
For the poor.
For the pole?
I was doing a rodeo for the poor.
For the Pope?
For the poor. Poor.
Okay, so you're doing a rodeo for the poor.
Yeah, I thought it was a benefit. Then it turns out every rodeo is for the poor.
Oh.
You know, it's like...
That's true.
It wasn't a benefit. It's just that's who goes through the rodeo. It's poor people.
Okay.
You know, billionaire playboy can't come to the rodeo.
So set the scene. You're at this rodeo for the poor. What do you do at the rodeo? What is a Little Gary? Do you perform? Are you the clown?
I was they call me intermezzo.
Intermezzo.
Yeah. You know, between like sweeping. But I would sweep with attitude.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're sort of the cleanup person who would sweep the dung.
Yeah.
But you did it.
Attitude.
You did it with flair.
Sometimes I go, this was a big one. Oh man, like it's a poopy job, but I gotta do it. And yeah, you make faces.
Faces.
Yeah.
What kind of? Can you show
Yeah,
me
one.
some? Wow.
That one hurt a little bit, actually. Okay.
We don't want you to get hurt again.
That one hurt a little bit.
So
That's what happened, actually.
So you made that face, and then all of a sudden you were.
Why did I do that again?
I hope we don't have to
it
stop
hurt
the
so
show.
bad.
Okay, come on back. Calm down. Stop making the face. That's number one.
I can't. Okay, I'm better.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were at the rodeo for the poor.
Yeah.
You were cleaning
It's
up
just
with
a rodeo.
attitude,
Yeah.
and then you made that face, and all of a
Yeah.
sudden
Well, I
your
wasn't
wrist.
looking also. I got kind of partially, what the doctor called partial trample.
A partial trample.
Yeah.
Meaning part of an animal trampled you, or an animal trampled over part of you.
Part of an animal trampled my whole part.
So what part of the animal? Can we talk
Feet,
about that?
feet.
Oh, feet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Normally, in a full trample, that's the only part that tramples someone. I
I
have
don't
to
know why
say.
they call it a partial. I'm not from the rodeo, so this is a rodeo trample. They said partial. I guess because I lived.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's called
Okay.
partial trample because if you live.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you.
So you don't go on the radio and talk about.
So it really had nothing to do with the face at all.
Well, I
it
just wasn't looking.
Okay,
Yeah.
because you were making that face.
Exactly.
Part of the face I should describe for the radio audience is you are closing your eyes and you have your hands over your eyes, which doesn't seem like the type of face you want to be making while there's live animals.
If you had seen the poop in front of me while I was doing it, you'd say that, hey, that's pretty funny. He's like, because obviously this guy doesn't want to pick up that poop.
So, I mean, as listeners of the show know, there is poop on the floors here at Indy 103.1. It seeps down from the ceiling of Indy
That's the
103.2.
peeling.
Yeah.
That's the peeling.
So I was able to imagine it a little bit, at least.
Yeah.
So you were immediately whisked to the hospital. You've been
Not at all. Left for dead.
left for dead.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that part of the story.
I didn't tell you that. Left for dead for not that long.
About how long?
About 6 weeks.
6 weeks. You were left for dead in the middle of the rodeo ring.
Yeah.
So after 6 weeks, what changed?
Well, another rodeo came into town.
Oh.
Yeah. The venue doesn't get used every day.
Sure.
No, it's not like Staples
You make
there.
you make a ton of money one day on the rodeo for the poor, and then you can coast
Not
for
for
6
the poor.
weeks.
It's the regular people.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was
But
confused
rich
with
people don't go.
Okay.
I'm taking the most expensive ticket to this rodeo is in the $8 range.
Did you have to pay for your ticket, by the way?
No. I sneak in.
Okay, you sneak. Wait.
Yeah.
So you sneak. You have to sneak in, and then you have
That's
to
what the
clean
guy
up.
told me to do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Did you get paid to do this?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just
That's
for-
part of the misunderstanding why I thought it was charity work.
So,
Turns out just a bunch of poor, mean hillbillies want to see a rather diminutive man trampled while trying to amuse them with a face.
that is
So-
one thing that we haven't talked about.
2009 ended kind of on a downbeat.
We haven't talked about that. We haven't described your physical appearance. You are a rather diminutive man. You have talked about that. You're somewhat in between a little person and a littler person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
what is that term that people call you?
Leo Gary.
Little Gary. That's
Yeah.
right. Well, I know that's your name, but I mean, what's the? It's not a. It's somewhere in between a dwarf and mini me.
Yeah.
So what classification is
There's
that?
no word for it.
Yeah, because you're the only one that I've ever seen.
But tell me, did you see tiptoes?
I did see tiptoes. Yes.
Yeah. I got a car back.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You were too short though.
No, or you went with open.
So you were in the hospital. We couldn't reach you for weeks.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I had fired you because you didn't show up for.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
have a dick about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
someone
okay.
doesn't call. Someone doesn't say they're not going to be there. I
Yesterday,
don't know.
trampo.
Well, I had no way of knowing that. But then all of a sudden, one day I get a call from a relative of yours, right?
Yeah.
Who was that? Mark.
Yeah.
Does he have a nickname like Little Gary?
Big Mark.
Big Mark, really?
Yeah.
Now Mark was just normal size. I met him a little later, but you call him Big Mark,
He looked like Big Mark to me.
right? So I got a call and I rushed down to the hospital. I held your hand and we thought you had passed, and I held your hand.
I remember because you said some real weird stuff. You know that I could feel pain. Here's what happened.
Okay.
I could feel pain.
Mm-hmm.
I could feel emotional pain.
Okay.
Emotional pain.
Two types of pain.
And physical pain.
Okay.
And I could see, and I could hear,
Okay, that sounds like you
but I
were.
looked dead.
So.
Yeah.
So,
I learned to lie about my friends.
and how they felt about
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the weirdest thing that you heard?
Well, Billy D not showing was a bummer.
Oh yeah, Billy D. Williams.
Yeah.
Is a good friend of yours. We've talked about that.
He used to be my sponsor for a while.
Right. Did you?
Him not showing was like really like that to me was the day that I felt like I was looking down a barrel of
A barrel of what?
looking at a barrel of something.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
You know what I mean.
Oh, I might. So I read.
You always think, no matter how bad things get, Lando's gonna be there. You know. Lando's gonna.
If not Lobot.
Yeah, come on. I mean, you know, but then the day that's a tough day.
That's a tough day when he doesn't show. But I was there, so.
Yeah, thanks, man.
And I held your hand as.
Thank you for the man.
And I held your hand as it went in from Christmas Eve into Christmas. I was there at midnight.
It was just like Christmas Carol.
Yeah, it really was.
You came, and I said, I'm gonna give my life back again.
And I brought a big turkey,
That's
the one
right.
as big as you.
Yeah.
And
that was weird because it was like eating meat.
I had no way to cook it, but we
I didn't learn that many
into
lessons. I think if Billy D had showed up too and been like Christmas future, that would have been pretty good.
That would have been pretty great. We should dramatize this at some point.
Yeah.
But you're back. You're back for the first show of the year.
I don't feel great.
You don't feel great.
No.
I'm sorry, but you're back for good now. You're going to be on every episode. So if you're enjoying what you hear from Little Gary, you're going to hear it every week. So Little Gary, what I'd ask you to do, we have a great show coming up. We have Patton Oswalt is here. We have Brett Gelman is here. Tom Lennon should be coming in from Mammoth at any point.
Remy.
But what? No, Patton.
Remy.
Patton played Remy. Yeah, not Tom Lennon.
Remy.
But what I'd love for you to do right now is just set us up, knock us into the first song, just intro the first song. And when we come back, we'll have Patton Oswalt is here. Well, that's okay. Just intro generic song, and then we'll come right back.
Scott Aukerman, it's Comedy Deaf Guy Radio, coming here from downtown Franklin.
Deaf guy.
Coming here downtown Franklin.
We're not on Franklin. We're on the airwaves. I think that was a cue. Engineer Joe, that was a cue. Let's hear that song. It's not on, huh?
Oh, I put my sandwich in the thing. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Should I not set that down?
Really, it's the problem with the CD. Let's go track 2, see what that sounds like.
Oh, yeah, man. This is what we get for buying American.
Just one track? Really? Are you sure you put the right one in? Because it should be a 7-track CD.
That's what she said.
That is what I gave you. You're right. And it seems to be just a 1-track.
Sometimes you forget to hit burn.
All right, well, let's go to.
You know they're on the Mac, Mac?
Tell you what.
You know I have a partial interest in Apple.
Really?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Oh, yeah. You've seen what I drive, right?
No, I haven't.
Oh, McLaren F1.
Wait, how does that relate to?
No reason, just mention.
Okay. Joe, find us something on the internet. What do you say? Like a nice YouTube song? Oh, wait, you got something over here? Wait,
now's the time to relax.
Oh, Jesus. All right. All right, so we'll listen to this and we'll come right back with Patton Oswalt and Little Gary. Comedy Death Ray, 103.1, King of Beans.
Of that Falwell zealotry, they'll re-elect the man who's now 4 years bimbo free.
Third war officer. Hear what I say.
Makes you friends. Oh man, making the guy have with your friends.
That's how it ends. Comedy Death Ray, this is Scott Aukerman.
Kenny1003.com.
It's just 1031.com, not on FM anymore.
Right.
Just, make an adjustment to that. This is Scott Aukerman. We had a little technical difficulty I made. 2010 is the year of making CDs that don't work.
Crazy catch, bitch.
I want to welcome, okay, how should we do this, Little Gary? Do you want to introduce the next guy?
You know I found the king of queen and nominated for a Grammy this time.
This time.
You know, my weakness is strong, young one. Put your hands together. Scott Oswalt.
Patton Oswalt. Scott and Oswalt. That is the two of us. It's Scott and Patton Oswalt.
These notes are jumbling.
Patton, hey man, how are you?
Good. Big fan on DVD, January 12th.
Okay, thanks. All right, so anyway, we are going to come right back. Patton's commitment to that bid has extended. He's opened the door. He's asking if people validate. Now he's back.
And bid over.
Bid is over. Hi, buddy.
I got confused. Well, Gary, one of my credits, I think.
Yeah.
Did you say can of beans?
No, king of beans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the king of beans.
It's certainly no. I'm doing in 2014. I'm voicing another Pixar movie called Can of Beans, and I play a can of beans who dreams of being like a bowl of chili. And I'm dreaming of and the other cans of beans are like just someone open you up, just dump you over rice. You don't need to be chili. And I'm like dreaming of being that.
This kind of beans. Yeah. He wants to be like a warrior, like a gumbo.
Yes. Yeah. And it's called Can of Beans.
Is it in New Orleans?
It's actually, that's what he dreams of. New Orleans, of course. It is set in a nondescript, like one of those corporate grocery type stores.
Same club.
Yeah, it's a very it's a subtle like dig at corporate.
Corporate stuff.
Yeah. Wow, you seem really. I'm sorry, you can't. Yeah.
Oh,
it's weird. No, he's.
Little Gary, I just have to say it's not polite to fall asleep.
No, but it was weird because I was going to say he jumped out of his chair and stood up and then went to sleep.
Yeah.
Do you only sleep standing up or?
Well, the thing is when he's sitting in the chair, he's higher than when he's just standing up. So
that's
he likes to be a little lower to the ground.
Sometimes I get a head rush.
I understand. Okay. It's just weird to see a guy. You leapt to your feet. And I was like, oh, this guy reads like Howard Zinn, and then he immediately went to sleep.
No, that knocks me out. Good.
Okay.
Okay, just stay seated then.
Yeah, stay seated.
We want you awake, we want you fresh
I don't want
and engaged.
King of beans sounds great.
Okay, thank you.
Can of beans, yes.
Yeah.
I think you may have said king of beans.
Yeah.
We've established it.
Which is that's a Carlos Mencia project that I'm doing punch up on. King of beans.
So Patton,
very excited.
Welcome to the radio. Did you ever think you would be on the radio?
I never thought I would be on the wireless. Is this the wireless that people are listening to on their home computers?
It is. I mean, most people will probably be listening to the podcast a little later.
Wow, it's not, computer radio.
Not a lot of live listeners, right? Right, Engineer Joe? Hard to say. No one knows.
So this is like that Electric Dreams movie with a computer. Like, can we fall in love with each of our listeners?
What was the theme song to Electric Dreams?
It was some ELO song.
Yeah, that was good.
All I know is if you're listening right now on your computer, please pour some champagne on the keyboard so that we can fall in love with you. That's all we're asking.
Remember what they thought that keyboards could do back in the 80s?
Well, video drum. Yes, little Gary.
Thank you.
Thanks for making the leap from Electric Dreams to Videodrome.
That actually is.
By the way, that'd be an amazing double feature.
That is a good addition. Normally your interjections are not all that great.
That was not only was it great, it was succinct.
Yes.
And it was a paragraph and a word.
And we could understand it. Oh wait, he went back to sleep.
Wow. He jumped. So I'm sorry. Every time he jumps to his feet, he's going to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Can we just assume that?
And every time he says something, he jumps to his feet.
Because his face
it's a little bizarre.
His face gets really excited, and he jumps to his feet and goes back to sleep. That's it's the eeriest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. We got to learn. Maybe we should strap him to the chair.
Wow. Videodrome and Electric Dreams. I remember there was the time when people were frightened of computers and cable television.
Yeah.
Those were the new monsters.
What are people frightened of now?
I can't believe wasn't there like a texting horror movie?
Oh, well,
like one missed call or some kind of yeah.
And Stephen King wrote that book The Cell about cell phones.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, cell phones would kill us.
Yeah, boy. How does he think of these things?
Where's the Facebook horror movie?
Yeah, where's his next book about blackboards?
Status update.
Why aren't you on Facebook? What's going on with your web presence?
No, I actually have. There's a fan page on Facebook, but
a fan page.
But my actual Facebook, I'm on under a different name because I was getting really eerie messages from people.
Can you talk about that? Or do you know
well, no, it was a combination of people basically saying I'm coming to Los Angeles and would like to see you, and it was people that I did not know. There was one woman that
sounds like a fan. I'm coming to Los Angeles. I'd like to see you.
But the way that it was written like I'm coming to Los Angeles and need to see you, like no comma or just one sentence, which sounded like a weird threat or almost like a declaration. I am coming to LA and need to see you.
Oh dear.
And then there was one woman that insisted that we dated in high school, where I clearly did not ever date her, and that
didn't happen.
And that went.
I can tell.
That did not happen. It was. I know the two dudes I went out with. And she would not, like, she got more insistent and angry, and I kept, and I just really, and also my problem is I'm polite to a fault, and if people write me messages, I try to answer them, and it got to the point where it's like, I can't do this, so I just did an assumed name and just added my friends, and that's it.
Yeah.
You should make a movie called Crazy Fan about crazy fans.
Well, he already made a movie called Big Fan.
Yeah.
I think is maybe what you're talking about. Is that what you mean?
No.
Okay.
No, me and Yui Bowl are working on something called Inbox, which we're that's going to be amazing. And we got the girl from Smallville. She signed on. She's interested.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's a great get.
It's a good get.
Yeah. We'll talk a little bit more about Big Fan a little later, which is a movie. Do you have any? Okay.
It is a movie.
I didn't ask you this off air, but I
interview.
I didn't ask you if you could talk about this on air, but we're here on a show where it's the day after a bunch of shit is going down about Jay Leno and Conan. Do you have any comment on that? I just went to breakfast with two comedian friends, and pretty much we spent 3 hours going off about that. So I guess my take on this would be, if anyone has read, there's a Rick Perlstein book called Nixon Land, which if anyone hasn't read it, if you want to know... Jesse Eisenberg was in that movie, right?
Yes, he was in Nixon. Yeah, it was great, really funny, and Kristen Stewart is just...
movies.
Yeah, he does. He really does love movies. Although Benson could have done it in 8 words, Scott. The kind of rise of Nixon and his sort of drive to power is weirdly parallel with Jay's, I think. It just seems to me that, and again, comedians that don't like Jay Leno now, and I'm one of them, is we're not like, oh my God, Jay Leno sucks. It's that we're so hurt and disappointed that one of the best comedians of our generation, that he was truly one of the best stand-ups, willfully shut that, like threw that switch off and went, no more for you guys, this.
Yeah, I want money that I'm never going to spend.
Yeah, that I'm never going to spend and I'm never going to enjoy, and a weird, like, the difference between David Letterman and Conan and Jay Leno is, what kind of boss do you want? Do you want the kind of boss that acts like everything is great and plans parties for people and is always doing these fun activities, but is also passively aggressively kind of mean and always doing weird behind the scenes stuff? Or someone like David Letterman, who is the boss, it's like, I'm in a bad mood and I don't want to talk to you people, but you always know exactly, he doesn't play any games with you. He just goes, this is how it is right now, and we're just going to do the best work we can, and I'm not having a good day, and that's how we, you know what I mean? So,
or a boss like Conan O'Brien, who's nice to everybody, and
who's nice and
is having a good time.
Yeah, well, the other thing too, here's my only take. Well, here's what I'm trying to boil this down to, and you guys will have much better takes, but
I can't wait till little Gary has his take.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
But don't jump in yet, because we don't want you to fall asleep.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure it will somehow involve the group Glass Tiger and Thai cuisine. He will somehow get it all in there.
Anything with Thai.
Yeah. David Letterman grew up watching The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, and oh my God, he so clearly loved that show. Anything you love that deeply, there are things about it that you're like, oh, but why didn't they do this, or why don't they take it to this level? So he wanted that show so that he could take it to the next level because he was inspired by it.
Right.
So for years he worked at 12:30 and worked hard and was ready to do that show. And then while David Letterman was doing his show, Conan O'Brien grew up watching David Letterman and clearly loved that show to the point that, again, anything you love that deeply, you go, oh, but couldn't they have gone this level? So couldn't wait to get the 12:30 spot to do all this even better stuff that, again, building on. And Jay Leno just wanted the Tonight Show.
Yeah.
Had no plans to take it anywhere new, and no burning desire to do anything amazing with it. He just wanted it.
Let's be fair. He wanted to shake people's hands down in the front row. He added
Yes.
that.
He
Johnny
did
Carson
do that.
never did that.
And also, then he added the thing where now on his 10 o'clock show, he walks out and the people gather to him as if
He's the Messiah.
as if he's sweating a healing elixir, from his pores, and they could just wipe it off of his. It's the televangelists watch that and go, I don't have people walk at me and touch me. That's just eerie. So it is that, and again, I've met Jay Leno, and it's that thing of he's very. I hate when people say, "Well, he's always been nice to me." I don't care how nice he is to me. It's how does he treat the art form and the people that are beneath him and stuff like that. And for all I know, he treats them nice too. But it just feels like. It doesn't even feel like a bad guy winning. It feels like a guy winning that doesn't even know why he wants to win the thing.
It's like a guy who's gone through a 3-legged race just punching everyone while it happens.
Right.
And once he gets there, he's like, well, what the fuck happens now?
Yeah, and also he acts like, why isn't anyone congratulating me for winning this? It's like, well, because you were mean to everyone and you ankled everyone in the race. I mean, he got into that...
Now, is that a variety term?
Ankled?
Yeah, he ankled it.
To leave your past.
Thank you, little Gary.
Gary, you know a lot about it.
I did all the trades.
I've never heard a guy that sounds like he's a combination of excited and dying. I've never seen a guy do that.
What is odd is when he was actually dying. He was very
more lively.
Yeah, no, I mean, he was lucid.
Yeah, Buddhism helped me a lot.
I understood every single word that he said.
Yeah, that's strange. So that's my take on the Leno thing. Is that again, it's almost like a guy. You almost want to take him aside and go, "Why do you want this so badly?"
Yeah.
Because you don't do anything with it.
Yeah.
Whereas Conan clearly wants the show because there are things he's dying to do with his writing staff and on the air and stuff he wants, places he wants to take the show. And then also beyond Leno and Conan and Letterman are just the people in power at NBC. What in God's name are you thinking? Like Conan started off on his 12:30 show, a little awkward, a little weird, and built this amazing thing if you just leave him alone. And he's clearly on track to do it with this show.
He's already way better than he was at 12:30.
Way better than he was at 12:30. So just keep hands off. Just let it go.
Now, you're on the Jay Leno show on Monday, correct?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I wanted to give him something to talk about. I don't want to have just one of those dead interviews. So this will give us a lot of. We'll have a lot of meat.
Don't go off the cards.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna little Gary, get ready to cue it up. We're gonna come right back with a little more of Patton. I think Brett Gelman will be dropping by at some point. Tom Lennon's supposed to get here. So why don't you cue up the next song, and we're gonna come right back.
On the next track, you hear birds. Crap, I blew the ending.
What'd you say on boots?
Forget. Here it comes.
Okay. We still have a little more time. You can clear it up. Yeah. Okay, now when he starts talking is usually when you want to stop talking.
Yeah, that's like the opposite of ramping it to post. You want to... You're literally talking over Weird Al. Oh, now you have me talking over him.
Yeah, we should also...
Gary, stop it.
Now know why. Star Wars Trilogy. We're back. It's Comedy Death Ray. Little Gary is taking a breather. He's standing up, which means he is asleep. Fast asleep. He is standing up.
He looks like a little angel.
I know. He's really adorable. I mean, that's really why I keep him around, because he's really adorable when he's not talking.
Whoa.
Oh, Jesus.
What, is he waking up?
No, okay. I think he just has night terrors.
Oh, okay.
What's he afraid? I wonder what he's afraid of. Christina Aguilera.
Oh, wow.
Wait, I'm not sure if he's afraid of her. Is he trying to have sex with Christina Aguilera in his dream? Or is... Oh, wait, I'm not sure if he's eating her or eating her,
Oh, why is he patting the top of his thighs? Why? Oh,
yeah. Okay.
It's and he's lightly patting. Oh, God.
Oh, hey, what happened?
Oh, hey. Here, sit back down. Sit back down. Okay. Thanks, Little Gary. All right.
Climb up and sit down.
All right, we have Patton Oswalt here. We have Little Gary. Tom Lennon's supposed to be here. He's driving in from Mammoth. I do want to introduce our next guest. He just about made the cut in our best of last year. He was number 11, and He's a little upset about that. It's Brett Gelman. Hello, Brett. How are you, my
Hi,
friend?
Scott. How are you?
I'm good.
Hello, Patton. Hello. Gary.
I have to apologize. You were number 11. A lot of people thought you should have made it on the countdown.
Hang on 1 second. I'm getting a text from it. Call ASAP about Monday Leno booking.
Oh, okay.
Let me go take this call. I will call my agent.
I'm doing Leno as well on Monday.
Oh, wait a minute.
Great show.
Want to do?
Might just be you now. Let me take. Oh, go ahead and talk.
So now, Brett,
I am rather upset about it.
You were doing a Billy Crystal impression last time you were here, a really funny one that just about made the countdown. But it seems like it seems like you not getting in has turned you into like a serious.
Well, I've quit comedy.
You've quit
It made me quit comedy.
Oh, that is a shame. I wanted to have you on the air here, just so we could kind of hash through this. I mean,
well, I feel that it was negative that I was not voted into the top 10, but at the same time, there is a silver lining, and it forced me to take up a new medium, which I'm way more passionate and way better at than...
Who was number 10 last year? Like, who got number 10?
Number 10 was Andy Daly.
Oh, God, he's amazing.
So good.
That guy is so funny. Brett, he's awesome, isn't he?
He's good.
Oh, my God.
He's
Who was
good.
number 9?
Bob Odenkirk and Andy Dick.
Those guys. They're geniuses. They are geniuses.
Very,
I'm sorry, Brett, go ahead.
Very
go ahead.
talented comedic
Mr.
minds.
Chow,
Very good show, Mr.
Yeah,
Chow.
no. Nevertheless, I think
So now
I did impressions, rather. Good impressions.
No, your impressions are great.
Yeah.
No,
Thank you.
I'm serious. I'm a fan.
Thank you. I mean, I'm not an impressionist,
A big
but the
fan,
ones that I do, I feel.
out on DVD.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, Brett, what have you turned to?
I'm sorry. I just thought of something Andy Daly did. Oh, God, that guy's
Yeah.
Really, it's
Sorry, go
okay.
ahead, Brett,
You
go
don't
ahead.
need
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's kind of twisting the knife a little bit, Pat.
No, I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. No, again, I'm over it. I've taken up a new medium. That is a medium of the short story.
Short story.
I've been writing a lot of short
that's
stories
interesting.
that are not comedic in nature whatsoever.
Okay.
They have to do with social issues, political issues, and I thought
that's really great. Well, anyway, good luck with that, and it's.
Well, I have one right here. I would like to read it if it's okay with you.
No, actually, little Gary, we have plenty of
No,
time.
I believe we have. I believe we have time. This is
Really, you're going to just read a short story that's not comedic in nature. All right.
I think you owe it to me.
I guess so. I mean, you
could have swayed the voters
I
to
could've.
think a little more clearly
I could
while
have
they
drawn
were.
up some more votes for you.
Yeah. Well, this is about a problem that is facing our culture right now, an addiction that is very intense, and that is the addiction to technology.
So we were just talking about that, a little earlier with the 80s and the video drone.
Exactly.
I was twittering about that.
Yeah.
So,
satiric.
would you like to hear it, gentlemen?
I would. Yeah, let's hear it.
It's called iBrain.
It's not very long, right?
It's about
pages.
Yeah, he seems to have a lot of pages there.
It's pretty thick.
it's about 20 pages long.
Okay, well, let's hear at least a selection of it. I'll try to stop you if it gets a little too long.
It's entitled iBrain.
iBrain. This is Brett Gelman with iBrain.
In the year 2060, an old rich man gave a lecture. The iPod, the iPhone, the iBook, the iTV, the iCar, the iPlane, the iRifle, the microwave oven. Yes, you all own these. You all love these wonderful Apple products, however, you do not actually know true love. No, you don't. You think you truly love my creation's sleek, metallic smoothness like they were your own children, but you don't. For you have not yet experienced true love because you have not yet experienced what I am about to give you. Everyone in the audience looked at each other with confusion. What could he mean? What could good old Steve possibly mean this time? As they looked into each other's bewildered eyes, Steve Jobs, the wealthiest and now the oldest man alive, continued his lecture from the podium. You may think I've given you all I can give. You may think this is all there is to get from the good folks at Apple, but I think you'll find you're quite mistaken. Prepare, people. Prepare to receive the final thing you shall need to become the complete human being you've always dreamed of being. Ladies and gentlemen, I present the iBrain. At this, Steve Jobs took out what seemed to be a white, smooth football helmet, but without the face guard. Everyone looked around at each other. The iBrain? What was this? Had old man Jobs finally gone insane? That's right, folks. It's the newest sensation from the good folks at Apple. The iBrain comes equipped with technology that man has been waiting for since he first slithered out of the mud. Imagine that something that does everything all other products have ever done in the history of Apple, but inside your brain. I'm talking music, movies, high-speed internet, phoning, flying, and much, much more. Plus, the iBrain comes equipped with a brand new function never before provided by Apple. Thinking. That's right, folks. The iBrain does all of your thinking for you. Why have to make decisions yourself? Why have to remind yourself to pay those annoying bills? Why remember to tell your wife and kids happy birthday when the iBrain can do it for you? The iBrain does everything and then some. So buy one today, folks, and give your own brain a chance to rest for a change.
Okay, Brett.
Yeah.
I just want to interject something here.
Yes.
I mean, when you said it wasn't comedic, I mean, you were dead on. I mean, this is really
It's very serious.
But
and it gets more serious.
What I'm trying to say is it sounds like you're trying to be funny. It sounds like you're trying to be satiric in some kind of safe way. I mean...
No, I'm not. I'm not trying to be.
Okay.
All right, I just want,
No.
I don't know.
Should I continue? Do you want me to continue?
All right, yeah.
By the time the old man had finished his speech, the audience was already up in arms, cheering as if they had just seen Jesus himself emerge from heaven and hand them the key to happiness. Old man McWashington was weeping, he was so thrilled. Little Timmy Sperling tugged on his mother's blouse. "I want one, Mommy, I want one!" And in the back of the auditorium stood a reasonably attractive man and a reasonably attractive woman, watching the hysteria objectively as if they were staring into some twisted human aquarium. The man looked to the woman. "Want to go, Eve?" The woman looked to the man. "Sure, Adam." Adam and Eve walked out of the auditorium and down Broadway. It was still legal for them to be outside. Mandatory curfew, please. Mandatory curfew wasn't for another 3 hours. "How about that iBrain, huh, Eve?" Adam said as he checked his pockets to make sure he hadn't lost his keys. "I guess. I'm not really into technology. I guess it could be cool, though." Eve wasn't really interested in talking about the iBrain. She was currently searching her own brain to try and remember what polar bears looked like. It had been so long since she had seen a picture of one, and even longer since they had gone extinct. I mean, think about it, Eve. A thingy that does all your thinking for you? Imagine that. I tell you, sounds pretty damn good to me. I think I might buy one. "Yeah, but do you think you should so soon?" Eve still wasn't too interested in Adam's chosen topic of conversation. She was now trying to remember if she had bought enough dehydrated broccoli to hydrate for supper that night. "I guess you have a point there, Eve. It's usually good to wait to buy something, at least until it's been released in its second generation, but at the same time, Apple makes really high-quality products." "Whatever," said Eve, as her and Adam approached her apartment door. Eve's mind was now fully focused on an entirely different topic from any of the ones she had been thinking of before. "Well, this is me," she said, as Adam stood, staring at her blankly. "Want to come up and fuck?" "Why not?" replied Adam. And they walked through the door. Please. All right. The first one off with her clothes was Eve. Her perky tits said hello to Adam like they were friendly next-door neighbors, and her pussy dripped with anticipation of what Adam had concealed in his tight blue jeans. She got on her knees and unzipped him. Yeah, she was right again. It was a big, hard cock. Eve then looked up at Adam, giving him her doe-like fuck-me eyes. "I guess this is for me." Adam, still staring into her eyes, licked his lips almost as if he was preparing to do to himself what Eve was about to do to him.
What?
"Yeah, that's for you, baby. Merry Christmas." Eve smiled, her luscious lips mere milliseconds away from wrapping around his veiny schlong. "Happy Hanukkah," she quickly giggled, and then proceeded to get down to business. Eve sucked Adam's cock ferociously, like in it he contained all the unknown. Please, this is about what's going on right now in our world. Like in it, he contained all the unknown secrets of the universe. Adam's face clenched in ecstasy. God, she's good, he thought. Nobody gives a BJ like Eve. 8 full minutes went by. Eve would have kept going too, but Adam had to stop her. "What's wrong?" she asked. "Nothing's wrong, baby. It's just if you keep sucking me like this, I'm definitely gonna come, and I don't want to do that yet." "Oh yeah? What do you want to do instead?" Eve asked with a sweaty grin. Adam mirrored her grin.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, just a little something I like to call bobbing for pussy pubes. Eve liked the sound of that. Bob away, you dirty fuck pig. Adam picked Eve up and threw her on the bed. He spread her pink legs and immediately shoved his face in something even pinker. He then proceeded to let his tongue dance on Eve's clit like Baryshnikov. Swirling and twirling with the greatest of ease, he painted her fence with not one, not two, but 47 saliva coats.
Oh, God.
I know, it's discomforting where we're at right now. Just then, Eve slapped him across the face and without warning him, took Adam's rock-hard beef loaf and shoved it into her hot, hairy oven. At first, Adam teased her, just dipping in the tip of his head. And then, after a couple of tip tests of the old twat water, plunged his whole hard meat thermometer deep into her tight lower mouth. Eve screamed in ecstasy. Yeah, that's right, fuck me good. Fuck me good, bozo. Put your balls in my bucket and get 50 points, you goddamn perverted clown. Yeah, bozo, fuck me right. Adam grunted in between thrusts. Why do you keep calling me bozo? Because you're a clown. You're a cock clown. Now go over to my dresser, put on your clown makeup, and cock me some more, you sick molesty fucker. Adam looked at Eve's dresser, and sure enough, there was clown makeup on top of it. He got up off her bed, walked over to the dresser, and quickly did what his master had commanded him to do. He spread the white and red paint on his face in such a way that it looked like he had been crying for about 2 hours. How's this, he asked. Perfect, you fucking clown. Now come over here and funny fuck me. Adam walked back over to the bed, but this time Eve threw him down on the bed. You might be a clown, but I'm a cowgirl. Eve slid on top of Adam's backwards and slid her slit down his pole. She then proceeded to bounce. Buckin' Bronco, take your ride on the bozo buckin' Bronco. Adam was starting to lose control. He knew he would bust his load any second. Her hot fat ass bouncing on his dick like that, it was enough to make the Pope wanna fuck. Eve was starting to climax too. Her moans and groans quickly transformed to screams. There was no doubt about it. She was on a one-way trip to Orgasm Town. I have a surprise for you, she said as she yelped with pleasure. What's that? Asked Adam, trying to last just a couple more minutes. I'm a squirter. Just then, Eve stood up off of Adam. I'm sorry, your interjection, sir. Just then, Eve stood up off of Adam's cock and proceeded to spray him with gallons and gallons of her sweet, savory cunny juice all over his six-pack. This was too much for Adam. He matched her vagina squirts with a boatload of hot vanilla jizz. It was so thick it looked like he had a Crest toothpaste factory in his nutsack. Then, after the fruits were fully juiced, they collapsed right beside each other, covered in nothing but each other's musty sweat and gin. Wow. Talk about a fuckathon, said Adam, feeling like a cross between Ares, the god of war, and Fabio. Huh? Yeah, said Adam. I'm sorry, yeah, said Eve. Her mind then started to drift. She laid there thinking. She looked at Adam. She'd never noticed before, but she suddenly realized that he had a really nice face. A really, really nice face. She liked Adam. He was cool. You know, Adam, I've given it a little more thought, and I think you should just go ahead and buy yourself the iBrain. Yeah? Yeah. If you want it, you should try it. Adam thought about it some more, wiping the clown makeup off of his forehead. You know, I think I will leave. I think I will.
I have a question. Brett.
Yes,
in
little
the
Gary.
future, will all broccoli be dehydrated?
I don't think that's the point.
It doesn't matter, little Gary.
All right, Brett.
How does it not matter?
Because what matters is if we keep going at the rate that we're going, which, I don't know, I hope not, no offense to you guys, but I hope the rest of America who's listening to this doesn't react as uncomfortably to it.
Well,
I don't
think we were uncomfortable with the ideas about the future. I think.
What is this technology going to take away from us based on this story?
Now, I have to say that is not the point of the story, Brett. You basically just read like a letter to the penthouse.
Well, no, but like he's.
I mean, you can't
He starts off warning us against technology, but then there still seems to be food and fucking, so who cares? Like,
I originally wanted to call this story Escape is Escape is Escape.
But Brett, what I'm trying to say is you can't just come in here, say you're going to read a short story, and then just read this graphic, gross stuff that you just did.
I don't think it's gross.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to kick you off the show. I'm afraid that it's a lifetime ban.
Are you serious?
Your lifetime, not mine.
I'm banned off the show.
Yeah,
forever.
I'm sorry, but it was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. I did not clear that.
You fucked me twice.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I
first with the voting, and now with this.
Yeah.
Now with the lifetime ban.
Yeah, lifetime ban.
You know what?
What?
You won't know when. You won't know where. But one day, you're gonna be sorry. You are gonna be sorry!
Get out of here,
I'm out of here!
Get out of here. All right, guys, we're gonna take another song, and we're gonna come right back with more Lil Gary, more Patton Oswalt. Let's do, this one right here. All right, this is Comedy Death Ray.
Are Karen's dehydrated too, or what?
Seems like these days the whole world's on fire. Things keep 3, 4.
All right, Comedy Death Ray, that is Andy Samberg with J.J. Abrams and Will Ferrell. We have a special guest here now from the Christian...
Hi, Scott.
From the Christian Fun Family...
It's Chris Mindy from the Christian Family Fun Coalition.
Chris Mindy, you asked if you could come by and...
I just wrote a little song for the New Year 2010. And,
yes, that's the year that we're in now.
Just little things, a little way to remember some stuff that we shouldn't do.
Okay.
As Christians, and just as people, as citizens of the world and everything.
And you're going to sing this song, and we're going to listen to it. And...
Ready?
Okay, let's hear it. Yeah.
Second here. Hello, teens. I'm Chris Mindy from the Christian Family Fun Coalition. And even though some of you are very obviously Jews, we're going to kick off the new year with a fun song about how we're going to respect our bodies, ourselves, and our friends in 2010. It's a song with a couple of New Year's resolutions that are easy to keep, and it won't make our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ angry and vengeful and make him smite us, even if we are dressed like a professional sex worker. Okay, here's the song, and it goes like this. As soon as you know the chorus, sing along with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I did it before, but never again. No, never, ever, ever in 2010. Oh, drugs and alcohol are just no fun at all. Oh, drugs and alcohol are just no fun at all. Chorus, I did it before, but never again. No, never, ever, ever in 2010. Shoplifting from stores can give you such a thrill, but doesn't the Bible say that it's wrong to steal and kill? Oh, lying to your friends, well, I don't think it's fine. Lying to your friends, it's so 2009. Chorus, I did it before, but never again. No, never, ever, ever in 2010. I did it before, but never again. No, never, ever, ever in 2010. Oh, shaving and piercing your balls and waiting in the bushes to jump out and scare your neighbor. Oh, shaving and piercing your balls and waiting in the bushes to jump out and scare your neighbor. It seems like a lot of fun, but it's felony behavior. Chorus, I did it before, but never again. Oh, never, ever, ever in 2010. I did it before, but never again. Oh, never, ever, ever in 2010. Oh, masturbating on the bus while reading Judy Blume's Super Fudge. Oh, masturbating on the bus while reading Judy Blume's Super Fudge. It gave me quite a thrill, but but it didn't please the judge. Chorus, I did it before, but never again. No, never, ever, ever in 2010. I did it before, but never again. Oh, never, ever, ever in 2010. Now here's the fun part where we all get to participate. Just the ladies will sing now, and I will take pictures of my face while I masturbate in front of a room full of people. Just the ladies! Super! Okay, I can't hear you. A little bit louder. It's hard for me to masturbate if I can't hear you. And now here comes the super fun part where we all take off just our bottoms and play Caterpillar. Now, the Caterpillar conga line will wiggle on by up on stage, and Chris will give you a squirt of French's mustard up your pooper. Here we go. I did it before. Caterpillar conga, never again. Oh, never, ever, ever in 2000. Stop, wait, hey, please. Okay, stop, people, wait, I can explain. I'm not, okay, fine. I'm not from the Christian Family Fun Coalition. Please let me explain. I am just an American. Just a concerned American who likes to masturbate in front of rooms full of people and squirt French's mustard up their butts. Oh, that was clear. You already knew that.
Yeah.
Oh, great. I did it before. Wait, please don't. Never again. Okay. Oh, never. Okay. Don't fight me, lady.
Okay, thank you. Boy, that was quite a treat. All right, well, that's gonna do it for the show. I want to thank.
We can start the decade now.
Yeah, that's the first one. We're not easing gently into this good night.
No.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah, Patton. Okay, let's do our plugs at the end of the show. This is people's favorite part of the show, the plugs at the end. Patton, you got Big Fan, which is out on DVD on Tuesday. Just got my copy.
Oh.
Thank you very much for sending that to me.
Yeah.
Looking forward to watching it. Got a lot of great notices as an actor.
Yes, it was very gratifying. Got very good reviews.
And you're going to Broadway.
Going to Broadway in the spring. Big fan of the musical. Julie Taymor.
Now, you watch that movie and you don't really think that it would make a good musical, and especially starring you.
You watch the same thing you think when you see the producers. And boom, Broadway magic.
And that's with Megan Mullally. What show is it?
Lips Together, Teeth Apart.
Oh, I cannot wait.
Yeah.
I will not be there.
Nope.
Brett Gelman.
Don't wait anyway.
Brett Gelman is banned from the show.
Yeah.
But if you want to plug something, I'll give you one last plug.
I will be doing my show Human Garbage at the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater on the 14th this week or next week.
And he'll be on.
Right.
Well, how many 14s are
At
coming?
8 o'clock.
And also, he'll be on CDR Radio February 5th.
Yes.
So yeah, listen for that.
Yeah.
And then
As
Tom Lennon did not make it, but he wanted me to plug Reno 911 Live in San Francisco at Sketchfest, January 23rd. Tickets are still available for that. I will also be at Sketchfest. I'll be there doing a show with Doug Benson. We'll be doing, first of all, we're doing Comedy Death Ray, a couple shows, but that just sold out. So we're doing, Doug Benson and I are doing both of our podcasts. We're recording them at the same place, and we're doing a crossover episode.
Oh, that like Law and Order and Homicide.
Yes, exactly.
Nice.
So Detective Munch will be in both of our podcasts.
That's fantastic. Oh, that would be great if you could actually get Richard Belzer to show us Detective Munch.
So next week I will be having a guest host, and I will be doing that show. So you'll get two shows next week, so that'll be really good. And I also want to say that I'm going to be in New York doing a live version of the podcast on January 28th, I believe, at the UCB Theater at 6 o'clock. Tickets are available right now at ucbtheater.com. Please come to that. Lil Gary, do you have anything to plug?
Yeah, somebody says come to a rodeo for the poor. You know, there's probably a string attached.
There's probably a string attached. A string attached?
Yeah, I'm so glad this comes in an applicator now, this show.
The show comes in an applicator?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you'll be back, right, Lil Gary?
Oh, yeah, I live here.
Thank you so much for coming by. I really
Number
appreciate
4,
it.
all time.
Number 4 of all, not of all time, but of last year.
Time.
I want to thank Engineer Joe. Great to have you back. Intern Stu in the booth. Give me a high sign.
Sweet.
There he is. Sweet and Tender Hooligans.
I will be back.
Brett Gelman will not be back, lifetime ban. We will see you next week with special guest host and my own show from San Francisco. And let's play track number 3. We'll see you next week. This is Comedy Death Ray.
Man, that Andy Daly's good.